Hello everybody, welcome to the next episode of my Hardcore Minecraft series. Between the end of last episode and the beginning of this one, I made shulkers, counted my loot, and reorganized my storage. I also maxed out the enchants on my gear with all the levels I got from the dragon.
Cock holder.
And put some totally YouTube appropriate names on them. And I finally got an Unbreaking 3 villager! Lastly, I updated my to-do list and decided to give Spawn a scenic
I should really
revisit.
just make a tunnel straight through this mountain so it's easier to get to.
On the way, though, I found yet another dungeon in my mountain? This time, a zombie spawner, which didn't exactly enthuse me, really, so I continued on my way pretty fast. After all my accomplishments thus far, it felt right to return to where my journey had begun. I didn't linger for long, though, because it was time to really take this world by the reins.
I looked up a couple different tutorials for different farms. I'm looking at a creeper farm, I'm looking at a cane sugar farm, and I'm looking at an enderman farm. The creeper and the enderman farm, I think, are kind of the more, at least I think, are some of the most dangerous mob farms that you can make in hardcore. I've made creeper farms before, but I'm using a different design this time. We're also going to kind of like idly check out the different stuff that we can now make with 1.20 because I've updated my world. I've updated my world to 1.20. As you can see, I have the blocks of bamboo. They're neat. They make a really cool sound. I like the sound that they make.
I also really enjoyed the sounds enchanted books made when you put them into the new bookshelves, and I just kind of played around with the 1.20 update stuff for a little bit.
You know what? I didn't even think about putting enchanted books in it. I was literally just like, oh, I can't wait to like write notes and stuff. I think I'm gonna make like huge, just like fields upon fields of farm here.
And make fields and fields of farms I did. I got to work on my crops farm, the design being a simple one I've made in previous seasons that involves water behind trapdoors that water falls down to break the crops. The only downside to this one is you have to manually replant them all, but I don't really mind, I like farming. I did, however, realize a little too late that I had built the initial farm too wide, the water trenches on either side being unable to reach the center plots. But I just used this as an opportunity to try out the new waterlogged leaf blocks, which fixed that up in a jiffy, and then it was time to connect the redstone. Which did not work at all.
What am I missing?
Turns out I had placed all the trapdoors on the wrong block. So after a not so quick adjustment, I did a take two and... Haha!
Hey,
Success!
there we go!
Then came the fun of hoeing and sowing the land.
I might even just make the pumpkin and melon farm like here.
I set up said simple melon and pumpkin farm. Nothing special, but since all I was going to use it for was villager trades, I didn't mind the extra work. I also attempted, failed, and fixed my first ever cane sugar farm.
Oh my god. I'm not much of a redstoner.
And nearly ripped my hair out about it until I finally got that working too. Figuring out how observers worked was evil, actually. Man, looking back at this footage and seeing how I set up the chests and hoppers is making me want to explode. I can think of way more efficient ways now, but I was definitely just being lazy back then. This was like 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, this is something. We've got sugarcane growing, we've got pumpkins and melons growing, we've got other stuff growing. I need to make an automatic composter. Alright, we're gonna go grab stuff for that.
Of course it wouldn't be an unmedicated Salt Hardcore episode without me getting distracted reorganizing my storage for the 10,000th time. That did mean, though, that by the time I got back to the farms, there was some fruits of my labors waiting for me.
Hey, it's working! Let's test out our new funky fresh farm. Look at that. Oh, very cool. Didn't totally work with the collection situation. I wonder if there's a better way to do that.
Yes, there is! I need to get back in this world once I'm done editing these old VODs, I swear to God. I filled the farm chest slots to make sure the crops I wanted the most were prioritized in the collection, and finally, my little farm bundle was complete.
Auto sugarcane, auto composter. Look at that. That's really cool.
And it was time for my next farm challenge.
I'm gonna make a creeper farm. I could put it here. So, the creeper farm that I'm making is, the worst. It's just the worst.
Words that invoke confidence. I had a sugarcane source for paper, now I just needed all the gunpowder for my air travel excursions I planned on going on with the Elytra. This was not a project I was looking forward to.
I gotta...
At all. Once I got into it though, it actually wasn't as bad as I anticipated. The worst part was just having to restock my deep slate after I ran out halfway through.
8, 9, 10. Money, 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 must be funny in a rich man's world.
I definitely started to lose my mind at some point.
There we go. Okay.
Though the tension definitely rose as I began to seal it off and remove the torches, it started to feel like a very desperate race against the darkness.
I'm fine. Everything is fine.
The water was placed, the torches were gone, and I dove out of there like a bomb timer was nearing 0. And then I was out. It was done, and oh my god,
shit.
it actually worked.
Oh my god. Oh.
All it was missing was one little thing.
I forgot to light the fucking trapdoors. Oh my god, I can't believe how effective this is. It fucking works!
It was a mildly dangerous but easy fix, and then I was able to clean it up and finally fly home, knowing I had an endless source of rockets for my future explorations. I prettied up the sugarcane farm a bit and added another layer as a final addition, and after what felt like ages, it had been several recording sessions, there was a sense of satisfaction, relaxation, and relief to return to my base, empty my shulkers, and clear my inventory in preparation for the next adventure. Thanks so much for watching this episode of my Hardcore Minecraft series. The next one hopefully won't be too far behind. In the meantime, check out my other recent videos, or my playlist if you want to see my previous Hardcore Worlds, or other Minecraft series and stuff I have going on. I hope you all have a fantastic spooky season, and stay safe out there in that crazy world. Remember to treat yourself and others with kindness, because you deserve it, even if you don't think that you do, and if you can't do it for you, do it for me. See you next time.